Hi, John Paul here, and I want to suggest to the Royals 3 different ways for them to record their tracks, and of course 1 way to send it to Joe. 3 different ways. So what is first of all, the procedure is going to be this. I'm going to shrink this window. All right, I've come to the patient's homepage here, and I am going to look at the rehearsal files and the vocal practice files. That takes me to this page. There are 2 links on this page. One is of the practice files. Okay, now this is what Alan prepared some time ago. Very helpful for practicing. This is not what you will use for recording though. So when you get back over to the vocal practice files, there's another link here. It says, here are our guide tracks for recording your parts. And so I'm just going to work with one of them, Soldiers of Our Queen. I'm not actually in that chorus, but why not try it? Okay, here we go. I click on this. I double click on this to get it open, and there's Joe ready to conduct. All right, so anyway, there I can practice with that, and there's Joe ready to lead us in Soldiers of Our Queen. All right, let me put that on pause for a minute and talk about where you're going to record it. So you're going to take a little gadget like that. That's an iPhone 6. And let me just go through the little steps here. I hope this is going to be clear enough. Turn on the screen here. You're going to use something called if it's iPhone 6, there's a little thing under extras. Okay. I'll get a better view of this in just a second. Anyway, something under extras. Okay, extras. And there is the voice memo. So I'm going to start recording using that voice memo. It's got a red button at the bottom. And now, all of a sudden, I'm recording. I can see it going past and I'm recording. So let's just go ahead. I'm going to put on headphones. I think we've discussed how important the headphones are to the whole process. Because you don't want to hear any of that rehearsal. You don't want to hear any of that recording that Joe and Cole made, in your final recording. So there it is. Big headphones. You can use little earbuds, whatever makes it work for you. And here I go. I can see that I'm recording on the phone, and I'm going to play that so that I can hear it, and I'm going to sing along with it. The soldiers of our queen are linked in friendly tether. Upon the battle scene, they fight the foe together. All right, I'll do just a little bit of it. I finish with my recording, and I push stop down there. And now I've got a recording on the phone. What do I do with that on the phone? I'll show you right here. All right, so the recording has ended up here in voice memo. I am going to want to share it. So I come over to the 3 little dots on this side. This is if you have an iPhone. There's probably quite a different procedure for Samsung devices. But anyway, I go down here to share. There's share. I push share. And in this case, I'm going to want to send it to my email. All right, because I want it on my desktop so I can do just a modest bit of editing to it. Put my name in there. And send it right on. Okay, I open up my email, and there I've found the file, and all I have to do at this point is change the file name. Let's see. Let's download it to my computer here. All right. So I download this just to give it a new name. I'm going to put it down here in downloads, and I'm going to call this thing 3 because it's the 3rd rehearsal file. I'm going to call it Middlesworth, and then I'm going to put my bass part, or my tenor part. I think that's what I was singing, tenor. All right. Tenor. All right. I've saved it now. I've got that recording saved in my downloads. Okay, good. So I'm going to record it 3 different ways here first, and then show you what you can do. All right, so that's one way to record it. Another way to record it, something you might not have thought of, is a little site called Vocaroo. And I'm going to go over to Vocaroo. Vocaroo. ROO.com. And Vocaroo doesn't have much on it except for this button. But it's enough to record, so watch what happens. All right, I push that and I get the recording started, and you see over there the numbers are clicking past, so I know it's recording. Now we're going to return to Joe's guide tracks, and we're just going to record it one more time. Okay, we're going to double click on her image there, Soldiers of Our Queen. There she is. I hear her perfectly well. You shouldn't be able to hear her at all. The soldiers of our queen are linked in friendly tether. Upon the battle scene, they fight the foe together. All right, that's all we'll do. All right, I click back over there to Vocaroo. It's been faithfully recording. I push that again, and we stop it. Now that has resulted in somewhere in the cloud that recording of my voice. Let's go ahead and get access to that recording. There it is. I can download it here, you see. So I'm going to download it, and it's going to end up in the same file as the other. So let's go ahead and get over to my downloads. All right, and there's the Vocaroo. Let's retitle this one. Okay, so this is going to be 3 Middlesworth tenor, but it can't have the same name as the other, so I'm going to just put a beside it. Better yet, I'll put the familiar 1 in parentheses. Okay, so there they are. Two different recordings of the same thing. All right. Now we're going to give one more demonstration of a way that you can record. And let me get back over to Zoom. Okay, there we are at Zoom. And it's when you start. Now I've opened up this session here. I'm not communicating with anybody right now. I'm just recording, or excuse me, I'm just on Zoom all by myself. Not much of a communication device, is it? Okay, so I'm going to push record. I'm going to record on this computer. All right. Okay. Now I can do the same thing. I'm going to get back over to Joe's recording, her practice file, start it again, and we're going to go one more time with this recording and show you how this one's done. The soldiers of our queen are linked in friendly tether. Upon the battle scene, they fight the foe together. Okay, and that's all I'm going to do. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to get off of Zoom altogether, and you're going to see what happens. First of all, I'm going to stop that recording. If you've never done this before, you might be new to you, but I stopped the recording. Okay. What happens then? I end my Zoom session. Now you could record a number of things and it would capture it all, but I just recorded that one short thing. I'm going to end the Zoom session. Here I go. End meeting for all. All right. And what happens is they convert that little meeting recording. It was only for a minute or two, so it's going to happen quickly. And now let's look at where it ends up on your computer. There it is. And what Zoom does is it does the recording. I could watch this and that would be the full Zoom recording, but I get over here to audio record, and lo and behold, it's a audio recording of what I just did. So let's just mess with that. We're going to give it a different title. In fact, we're going to give it the title we gave to the other two. Middlesworth tenor, and we'll put a little 2 behind this one. Okay. I'm going to cut this and just put it over with my others in the downloads, just so I've got them all 3 together. Paste. All right. There we are. All 3 are together. Now I need to get those up into the place where Joe is going to acquire them. Okay, Joe is going to make available a link on the site that we have set up for patients. Okay, so here is the patients uploads file. And so I've got those 3 now on my hard drive, but I want to put them up here. So here we go. We're going to use the new button over here. We are going to do File Upload. I go to My Downloads, and there we got one. Well, the principle would be the same for any one of them. So let's just upload one of them. Here we go. And I start the upload, and soon enough it's there in the folder somewhere. There it is. There's the recording I made. So I can play that and check to see if it's any good. It may not be, but I'm not planning for Joe to use that anyway. All right. Okay. Well, I'm satisfied, and that completes the whole cycle of getting something from my hard drive to the shared drive where Joe can edit everything together.